Good evening, Valentine Elementary students, parents, and families. It's Mrs. Wanenberg here, and this will be a tutorial for how to use Google Classroom. And we will start first with how to use Google Classroom or access it on a computer, like a laptop or a desktop. As we sent information home the last few weeks, the last packet we sent home, which would have been about 10 days ago, I had indicated that as a school, we were going to be moving toward a platform called Google Classroom. For our 4th and 5th grade students, this move was not too difficult, and they've already started this move to Google Classroom. Parents of 4th and 5th grade students, you can quit listening here if you would like to this tutorial, though there is quite a bit of information in here that might be useful to you. Again, 4th and 5th grade students have been using Google Classroom the last few weeks and have done a pretty good job with that and worked out a few kinks. Our kindergarten through 3rd grade students, on the other hand, have not used Google Classroom before, and so our teachers have been spending the last few weeks working really hard to get familiar with Google Classroom and then also to set up classes within Google Classroom. Not to overwhelm you or worry you, we are going to go through this slowly. We've waited till this point to allow you and your families to get a little bit more settled with the activities we've sent home. And really, our goal is that by the end of this week, you will have logged into your child's Google Classroom account, and that is really our ultimate goal for this entire week. We will have more tutorials on how to do different things in Google Classroom, but essentially for our younger students, we are hoping for Google Classroom to be a simple way to watch some videos possibly, even of your teacher teaching, and also a way to turn in your child's work easily. Through the format of taking a photo and submitting it to the teacher. So again, not to overwhelm you, our goal through this tutorial is just how to access Google Classroom and then how to sign in. So in that packet that we sent home about 10 days ago, there was a Google Classroom login for your child. All of our students in Valentine Community School System have a Google login. There is an email address and a password. The email address should be your child's graduation year, first initial, last name, followed by @vcsbadger.net. Their password should be a 4-letter word and a 4-digit number all together. I will show you how to access Google Classroom and then how to sign in by using my child's account, just so you can get a view of what it looks like. To start, you will need to access the internet. If you are on a desktop or a laptop, you will start by selecting your web browser. You can use Google Chrome, which is what I would recommend, or you can use other web browsers such as Safari. What you will do is you'll open up the browser. Mine automatically opens up to Google, yours might not. And there are a few different ways that you can access Google Classroom. Possibly the first and easiest way to do that is simply to Google, either up here or down here, Google Classroom. And it will take you to Google Classroom. This here is the icon that is used for Google Classroom. So if you see this green and yellow icon, then you know you're on the right track. But you can go ahead and select it from there. Or you can also simply just type in the URL, which is pretty simple, classroom.google.com. Now, either of those would take you to the same page because we need to sign in to your child's Google account. Another option you do have is from the Google homepage. You can sign into their page by, going, for example, to their Gmail and clicking sign in. I'm going to back up though and go to the example I started with, which is to either Google Classroom, or to go to, one more time, classroom.google.com. Once there, you will see in the upper right-hand corner also a sign in button. So I'm hovering my mouse over that right now, and you will see Google Classroom listed first. Go ahead and click on that, or you can click on Go to Classroom, either of those options. Now, yours will not be pre-filled with an email address. Mine has been because I've been playing with this a little bit, but you're going to type your child's email address into this box. As I indicated, it is their graduation year, followed by their first initial, last name, @vcsbadger.net. Go ahead and click Next. Takes a second sometimes to think about that a little bit. And then you're going to type in their password. Again, it is a 4-letter word and a 4-digit number. And then we will be clicking next. Before I do that, I do want to mention that for some of you, when you click next, it may ask you for a phone number to essentially back up this email account. In today's world, a lot of things will ask for a phone number, and it's really for security purposes. So I would just simply enter your cell phone number, and then you might be prompted to answer a few things, hit like an OK button, but essentially enter the phone number, follow the prompts, and then you'll be in. So I'm going to hit next. For some of you, the phone number prompt might not come up, but we have found that for some students it will. Next, you will be logged in to your child's Google Classroom. So as you can see here, my daughter's has already been filled with some classes, and your child's should also be filled with some classes as well. And again, our teachers are still working pretty hard at this, so if they're missing a class or two, don't be too alarmed as we are getting those things uploaded. For today, I have, for example, PE with Mr. Little uploaded. I have Mrs. McQuiston's music, Mrs. Swim, who does our 4th and 5th grade art at the high school art, and then also our 4th and 5th grade art at the elementary, has been doing all of the elementary art for us. And so her Google Classroom is here. Mrs. Jordan and Mrs. Downey have their guidance lessons in their own class here. And it's kind of handy. You can see even their picture listed there or shown there, as well as their name. And then you should also see your child's homeroom classroom. So for example, my daughter has Mrs. Eggert as her homeroom class teacher. So she has a class listed here. And your child might also have an additional class such as reading if they go to a different teacher for reading. Now, one thing that should look different on your screen is there should be a blue join button. So these classes are all there. They've invited your child to be in their class, but you will then have to select join. So you'll click join, join, join on each of those. And that is essentially what we would like you to do by Friday. Once you've joined all of them, you can see that the PE activities that we sent home the last 2 weeks are located in there. You can see the music ones are as well, the art ones too. Mrs. Jordan and Mrs. Downey are uploading weekly guidance videos and lessons, so you can access those in there. And then also you need to locate the homeroom teacher that your child has and make sure to click in there and see what is posted. As I said, some of our teachers are still working on getting something posted, so do not be alarmed if you don't see anything here. They may have something posted already, such as a welcome video or a fun idea of something you could do just for fun this week, so you can look at those things as well. Once you're logged in to Google Classroom or into Google with your child's Google account, you can, in the upper right-hand corner, usually find what I call the Rubik's Cube, or it's 9 dots or 9 squares, and you can click on that. And this is where all of the Google applications are listed. So there is an email account, a calendar, etc. If you keep scrolling down, you will see Classroom. So you, at any point, can also get back to Google Classroom if you're signed in through that. And again, there's that icon that I was talking about. So again, our goal by Friday is for you to have logged in to Google Classroom with your child's account. I will have another video showing how to do this from a cell phone or a tablet, which might be a better option for some of you. If you have any questions about this, you can contact your child's teacher, or you can also email me at lwonnenberg, WONNENBERG, at vcsbadger.net. Or you can call the school. If I'm not there, I will get back to you, 402-376-3237. Thank you for listening.